Welcome to the full moon meditation for resetting and release. The Luminous Lunar Lantern. Go ahead and find a comfortable place and space to meditate. You can use this meditation under the full moon or any time that you need to ground yourself, recenter your mind, and soothe your nervous system. My name is Aaron, and I'll be guiding you on this journey. In a comfortable seated or laying position, go ahead and close your eyes. Ensure that your back is straight and your sternum is slightly up so that your spinal column, energy centers, and chakras are all aligned. Take in a deep breath through your nose, hold at the top, and release through the mouth on a sigh. Perfect. Do this on your own 2 more times. Each time allowing the body to settle deeper and deeper. Feel your body making contact with the surface that is supporting you. This could be the ground or surface beneath you, or even the back of your chair. Be present with these sensations of solidity. Feel yourself resting on the surface, allowing yourself to rest all of your weight, all of your burdens, all of your successes and experiences, everything that you are to rest unapologetically with ease and a sense of security. Send the energy of appreciation and thanks to the surface and the earth beneath you. Feel the earth rising to meet you, and that it is sending the energy of love and appreciation back. Allow the breath to settle into its natural rhythm. Bring the focus of awareness to the third eye point, allowing it to rest in the space between the eyebrows. In this space, gift yourself permission to temporarily let go of any worries about the past or the future, and to be here with yourself, grounded in the present moment. You have set aside the time and space to be here. There's nowhere else you need to be, and nothing else that you need to do. Bring the focus of awareness to the sensations of the breath flowing in and out of the nostrils. Use the breath as a tool for release and relaxation. Count backwards from 29, noting the count at the top of your inhale and at the bottom of your exhale. Allow the body to breathe the breath naturally, easily, and effortlessly. On each exhale, continue to allow the breath and body to settle. If you lose your place, start back again at 29. Release, counting the breaths. Release the desire to reach 0. Release the desire to finish. There is nothing to finish. Settle the focus of awareness at the heart space. Bring to mind your intention for this session. What brought you here to this meditation? Are you here to refocus on your goals, to soothe your nervous system, to let go of something so that you can move forward? Whatever it is, take the next few moments to reflect in your mind about what you'd like to accomplish during this session. Allow your intention to settle into the heart space. Feel it merge with this energy center and express itself as a warm glow at the heart. As the body breathes the breath, sense this warm, soft glow becoming stronger and stronger, increasingly more intense as your intention becomes increasingly more clear. You sense this warm glow rising up from the heart, up through the chest, through the throat center, and into the third eye point. In this open space of awareness, in the darkness, unfolds a starry nighttime sky. Tiny twinkling, shimmering lights sparkle against the ever-expanding spaciousness throughout your entire field of vision. As your inner vision becomes clearer and clearer, you observe that the sky is above, and before you is a clearing between a grove of trees, leading into a deep, dark, and mysterious forest. You find yourself making your way towards the clearing, noticing the crunch of soft grass beneath your feet, the coolness of the nighttime air, owls hooting, crickets chirping, and all around you there is a sense of safety and security that flows over and around you as you head into the forest of forgiveness. As you head deeper and deeper into the forest, the branches brush, leaves and foliage that you pass gently wipe away any fears or worries. They all fall to the forest ground amongst the brown, dried leaves, twisted twigs, and blooming fungi that line the path beneath your feet, carrying you further and further and further. And now you're noticing a soft, silver glowing far off in the distance. As you approach, you notice that there is a larger clearing, You're emerging into it, and space seems to open up in all directions around you. You're being bathed under the glowing silver lunar light of the full moon. It looms large above your head, suspended in the air, and it is closer than it has ever seemed. It almost pulses as it radiates its energy down on you, the environment, and a lone, ancient, mystical tree in the center of the clearing. Notice how its gnarled branches, its silvery bark seems to shimmer with an otherworldly luminescence under the full moon's radiant gaze. The tree's branches, like ethereal arms, reach upwards, adorned with leaves that exude a soft, soothing fragrance reminiscent of blooming jasmine and fresh earth. The moonlight weaves through the leaves, casting intricate lace-like patterns of light and shadow upon the ground, illuminating a tapestry of midnight blues and velvety blacks. As a gentle breeze rustles the leaves, you hear a delicate symphony of whispers, as if the tree itself is sharing secrets of ancient wisdom with the night. As you approach the tree closer and closer, you notice that amongst the lowest hanging branches, the ones that you can easily reach, therein are nestled glowing, floating lanterns that are tied to the branches with a thin string of twine. On each lantern is a small note. Each one reads a different word. Your hand is reaching out, grasping and turning one of the notes. You read frustration. You reach for another. It says anger. And then another, hopelessness. You continue to reach many of them. Not all of them are negative. There are those that read, success in my goals, money and abundance, spiritual blessings. You notice that the tree is in fact filled with these lanterns and with these notes. This is the ancient lunar wishing tree. Under the new moon, you tie your wishes to its branches to be nourished under the lunar energy and light until it's time for their manifestation. Under the full moon, there are lanterns that hold the energy of life's many experiences. You see yourself before the large, majestic tree. Feel its bark beneath your fingertips as you run them up the trunk, and you find yourself then feeling up a piece of twine. Easily, naturally, and harmoniously, without much effort at all. The first aspect of your experience that you'd like to release to the universe is coming into your mind right now as you're turning over a card to a lantern that you're selecting. What does that card read? Visualize yourself cutting this twine, and you see that experience, good or bad, which you wish to give back to the universe, floating up, 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 away from you, away from your life, away, 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 as you're gently, easily, and harmoniously detaching from it. You see the light of the lantern getting smaller and smaller as it floats higher and higher into the darkness of the sky, until it is just a tiny dot, twinkling like one of the stars. Take a moment to rest in this open spaciousness, allowing your mind and body to accept this release. You see yourself approaching another lantern. You're walking over to it, hearing the soft chirping of crickets in the evening and the hooting owls off in the distance. Then easily, naturally, and harmoniously, without much effort at all, another aspect of your experience that you'd like to release under the full moon is coming into your mind right now as you're turning over the card to that lantern. What does that card read? Feel the texture of the twine against your fingers, and now you're seeing that experience, good or bad, which you wish to give back to the universe, floating up, 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 away from you, away from your life, away, 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 as you're gently, easily, and harmoniously detaching from it. You see the light of the lantern getting smaller and smaller as it floats higher and higher into the darkness of the sky until it is just a tiny dot, twinkling amongst the other stars. Take another moment to rest in this open spaciousness, once again allowing your mind and body to accept this release. Now you have the opportunity to release one more aspect of your experience, or perhaps even to call in something that you wish to manifest. Walk over to the final lantern. Your fingers are slowly reaching for the card. You then feel the texture of the paper as you flip it over. What does this card read? Allow a sensation of gratitude and appreciation to arise in your heart center. Feel it as a warm, tingling, or glowing at the center of the chest. Allow this feeling to grow as you contemplate releasing that which no longer serves you, or releasing to the universe that which you'd like to welcome into your life. How is your life going to be once everything is in place? Not only how will you be changed, but how will you feel? Allow the feeling that you have identified to arise in the chest, filling the space of the body like perfume in the air. Then feel the sensation at your fingertips. Realize that what you want and desire is at the tips of your fingers. You see, then reach for the lantern. Feel and pull the thin twine from the tree, and the final luminous lantern, carrying your wish, floats up, up, and up, away from you, away from your life, away from your experience. It is being released into the universe, and there's nothing else that you need to do to make anything happen. You simply release, relax, and let it all happen. Shift the focus of awareness to the heart space and allow it to settle in this area. On each natural, effortless inhale, sense the breath flowing into the body through the heart. And on each natural, effortless exhale, sense the breath flowing out of the body through the heart, allowing the body-mind system to continue to release and relax. Tension, tightness, stress, and each aspect, whether positive or negative, is being released into the universe to be transformed into blessings. There is only one more thing that you must release, though, below the full moon. Any resentment, frustration, and negative emotions you harbor against yourself. Rotate consciousness through the chakra points while mentally repeating the following phrases. Starting with the root chakra, Muladhara. Shift the focus of awareness to the root chakra at the base of the spine. Repeat this phrase in your mind. I am releasing resentment against myself for believing I am not good enough and that I have not done enough. Shift the focus of awareness to the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana, nestled in the lower abdomen, just below the navel. Repeat this phrase in your mind. I open myself to forgiveness. I forgive myself for feeling I should be different than I am. I love myself for who I am as I am. Next, the solar plexus chakra, Manipura. Settle awareness at the solar plexus chakra, positioned in the upper abdomen near the stomach area, radiating confidence and personal power. Repeat this phrase mentally. My inner fire cleanses myself from blame. I forgive myself for judging myself harshly and unkindly. Rotate consciousness to the heart chakra at the center of the chest. Speak this phrase in your mind. I let go with love, healing myself and others. Heart wide open. Shift the focus of awareness to the throat chakra, Vishuddha, at the pit of the throat. Repeat this phrase in your mind. I praise myself in all my glory. I am deserving and worthy. Allow the focus of awareness to settle at the third eye chakra, Ajna, between the eyebrow points. Repeat the following mentally. I see interconnectedness, transcending grievances with forgiveness. Finally, settle the focus of awareness at the crown chakra, Sahasrara, at the top of the head. Allow this phrase to flow into the space of the mind. I open myself to love in all ways. I know that I am nourished, nurtured, and supported by seen and unseen forces. Shift the focus of awareness to the sensations of the breath at the nostrils or above the upper lip, wherever you feel it most. Allow yourself to release and relax in this final process of mindfulness of breathing. On each natural, effortless inhale, focus on the sensations of the breath at the nostrils. Focus on the feeling at this point in the body. On each natural, effortless exhale, Continue to release, relax, and let go of any tension in the body. If other thoughts, memories, emotions, or sensations come into the space of the mind, release them on your exhale, along with any tension from the body. Then on the next inhale, resettle the focus of awareness on the sensations of the breath at the nostrils. Meditate in this way in silence until you hear the next chime. Do not immediately move the body. Allow the body to continue to rest while you reconnect with your original intention for this meditation. Bring your intention or goal that you set for yourself at the beginning of this session back to mind. Repeat it to yourself mentally 3 times. As you begin to awaken your body, remember those things that you've identified that you'd like to release, shift, or welcome into your life. Bring each lantern back to mind quickly and reconnect with all of the steps along the process that you've just experienced. After the meditation is over, you may want to write these in your journal or even sticky notes to remind yourself of your new actions, habits, and transformations that you are initiating at this moment. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing some movement and life into your body. If you're laying down, you may roll onto the right side of your body into the fetal position and continue to rest. Then rise when you're ready. If you're sitting up, if you haven't already, stretch your arms above your head and take in a deep breath. On your exhalation, go ahead and open your eyes. If you have enjoyed this guided meditation, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. And please consider supporting my work and this channel through Patreon with a small $5 a month donation, or by enrolling in Sacred Sunday Space or the Dark Art Self-Care Series, my private virtual self-care workshops through Zoom. All of these are accessible through Patreon, and I'll include a link in the description box below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you here for the next practice.